Hello.
Hello.
You hear me? Hello?
Yes, I can
Hi,
hear you.
Javier.
Hi everyone.
Good day.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, everybody.
I am Mike Madison.
I'm Brenda Bush.
Tina de Moor.
Juan Camilo Cárdenas.
Frank Matose.
50 years ago, Garrett Hardin described the tragedy of the commons, where people acting in their own self-interest inevitably will deplete or spoil a common resource.
If you use a global common, somebody else will be affected by its degradation, overuse, or congestion.
If my sheep eat the grass, that means that grass isn't available for your sheep.
As a definition, I would say groups of citizens creating and managing a collective good and or service whereby the individual use right of the group members is set and limited by the collective decisions of all group members.
We describe commons as governance, and it's governance of shared resources.
A system of social relationships. Certain keynotes are freedom, fairness, and aliveness, meaning it's something that is dynamic and involved with human relationships in a real-time basis.
We're talking here basically about prosumers that use reciprocity through participation and that actually work in a group, resources with a physically delimitation, and institutions that are based on self-regulation, self-sanctioning, and self-governance overall.
Around the world, there's an estimated 2 billion people who depend upon subsistence commons for their everyday lives.
The story of commons is not just a tragedy of commons lost, it can also be a story of commons found.
Views among researchers of what is to govern and how to govern has shifted over time.
Garrett Hardin argued that the tragedy can only be prevented by private property rights or government regulation. And yet, within the last 50 years, we've discovered exemplar counterexamples where altruism trumps selfishness.
Commons management practiced by indigenous peoples and local communities reflect diversification of sustainable use of nature.
Respect indigenous rights, their participation in forest governance, and the strengthening of forest governance.
You must have local people working on their own commons.
When users are allowed to participate in the rule-making process, compliance goes up.
When people live in environments that are challenging, that require them to work together, this increases interdependence among them, and this alone can be a powerful stimulus for cooperation.
For the long-term play, collaboration trumps competition.